Hey, what's going on? It's the Will Tracks, the voice of the city, and I'm right here on the Q Boogie Sports Show. You already know what it is. The voice of the city, the king of the city. Somebody shine a light on him. Hey!
Put your drinks up, take your shoes off. Super Tracks, this is what we do, y'all. Who you know make the club rock. Will Tracks, I'ma ride it out to the beat drop.
We'll never do that again. Boston Celtics.
All right, so I don't know if anybody knows, but Boston has a problem. Kyrie Irving, surgery, done for the season, finished. Boston, in my opinion, in the beginning of the year, I felt like they can give Cleveland a run for their money, based on Cleveland's losing Kyrie. Period. I said, look, whoever Kyrie leaves, wherever he goes, Cleveland's a different team.
Okay.
Everybody fell into what they got Isaiah Thomas and Derrick Rose. I'm like, yeah. Why does everybody look in the past and be like, Derrick Rose is gonna come back and drop 30? No. Isaiah Thomas, I might give you, but he was hurt.
Right.
J.R. Smith is getting old. Kevin Love's always injured or something's always wrong with him, so he's gone. So I didn't fall into the hype. So I felt like Boston had a good chance.
Okay.
Gordon Hayward. They got him from the Utah Jazz. He goes down first game. The All-Star goes down first game, breaks his leg. He's gone, out for the season. And we all knew that Kyrie's always kind of injury prone. He plays about 65 games out of the 82. He's going to miss a couple from rest and ankles and foot. He's always dinged up.
Okay.
So, I guess, listen.
So he's gonna miss the rest of the season.
He's gonna miss the rest of the season.
Well, the regular season.
Ooh, no, he's out for the season. He's got to go get surgery. He had to remove screws out of his knee.
Wow.
So he's done for the season. So now we look at the Eastern Conference and we say, well, Boston's winning games without Kyrie. They've actually been doing pretty well. Rookie Jason Tatum. He's coming on big. He's proven me wrong because I'm not that big on him.
Okay.
Because I feel like if he was a number one option every night, like some of the other rookies,
Okay.
just don't know if he's that same player. Everybody loves him, but I'm like, yeah, it's easy when you got Kyrie Irving giving you 30 and you can have 5 every night and nobody would care because guess what? You're a rookie.
There you go.
And you're a third, you're high, but you got to the Boston Celtics that don't really need you. They got guys. They've gotten Jaylen Brown. They got Marcus Smart. They got Kyrie Irving. Got Al Horford. So they don't really need you. But he's proven me wrong. So continue to prove me wrong. If he continues to prove me wrong, Boston might get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
They might.
What's the lineup?
I mean,
Do you know? Could you put one together?
You got, Marcus Smart, if he comes back, Al Horford, Jason Tatum, probably, Terry Rozier, Jaylen Brown.
Doesn't look good.
No, it's all right. It's good. It's decent because of their system. They have such a great system, Boston. So it might help them out. But I just don't see them. They really do need Kyrie, and it's really unfortunate for the Boston Celtics because they could have made a run at the NBA Finals this year, a year early. And we all know about a team that gets there earlier than they're supposed to.
Right.
And, sometimes it's good, but you look at Golden State. They got there a year earlier.
Right.
And they won. In the year that they won 73-9, they ended up losing. So they kind of went there a little bit early, but then they got Kevin Durant, and you know that story. So,
with Boston being out of it, Brooklyn looks good. Knicks look good.
No. They're like...
they were number 2 in their league. The division, right? Under Toronto. So...
listen. Toronto... it's Toronto, Washington. That's about it. And they're all scared of LeBron, so...
So you're looking at Philly and Toronto.
Philly looks fraudulent to me. They look like there was like this drink that came out that used to it looked like water, and then you would spray something and it would turn colors. They're just it looks like this is so good, and it's like, no, it's not. It just looks cool. They look cool. They're becoming fun to watch, but it's a process. You know, trust the process. Trust the process. It's been like 5 or 6 years, so whenever Philly's doing something good, we're like, yay! Oh my goodness! But you know, Ben Simmons looks good. He looks like the rookie of the year. He probably will. He shouldn't get it, but because he's had a year off.
Right.
But he looks good. Joel Embiid looks good. Markelle Fultz coming back. J.J. Redick is a great veteran shooter. They're right, but everybody's scared of LeBron. So LeBron's going to walk and limp into another, because I think he's like, he's playing at an all-time high, but his teammates aren't.
Right.
You know, so he'll get into another finals and he'll lose to somebody from the Western Conference again. It just, to me, Cleveland isn't really that good at all. It's kind of better. LeBron's better off losing before he gets to the finals, because his roster isn't even good enough to get to a final, in my opinion.
Right.
He's had worse, but it just doesn't seem like a good roster. Like he needs another person that can get a bucket. He has nobody that can get a bucket. So
Yeah, but they're doing pretty decent this year. So
I mean, yeah, of course they're doing all right, but
I mean, they're number one in the division.
you're not number one in the division. I think they're like fifth. I think they're almost like fourth or fifth in the Eastern Conference though.
Okay.
So it's hurting them, but I love LeBron fans because
And number 4.
yeah, they're number 4, so they're all right. But I just love LeBron fans because they'll say how they're gonna win the championship now.
Right.
LeBron's the greatest. Their roster's like really, really good, right? You would think, right? And then all it takes is them to lose. LeBron had nobody. He needs help. Oh my god! Like, come on! Like, that's not even fair. Why are you doing that to LeBron? I'm like, really? Like, so when he does well, it's LeBron, but when he does bad, it's his teammates' fault. Okay, I love it. I love it.
So back to the Celtics.
Right,
They were number 2 in their conference.
you're right. And then where are they now? They're like what?
Well, they're still number 2 until they drop.
Right,
They just lost to LeBron and those guys. So
right. So I think, look, but the thing is, who's the 7th seed? So who would they?
Milwaukee Bucks.
Milwaukee. See, Milwaukee's a tough team. Milwaukee, that's an ugly fit. That's one of those. It's not really a 2-7 because Milwaukee underachieved this year.
Okay.
So Giannis Antetokounmpo, aka the Alphabet.
What happened? Hold that thought. Hold that thought, Q Boogie fans. But keep it going. You can keep going. But just technical difficulties on the camera.
Okay.
So you can keep going. So Milwaukee Bucks is
So the
a pretty
Milwaukee
good
Bucks
team.
are good. They underachieved this year, but they're legit. You know, they're a legit team. So they're not really a true 7 seed. Don Maker, Jabari Parker, they got some guys that can roll up on Boston, who's very injury prone or injury plagued. They can make a run. They can make a run. So I'm very scared for Boston Celtics fans. It's not looking good. Looks like LeBron's going right to another final because there's nobody in the Eastern Conference who can really, play with those guys. Wow.
I'm all over the place today. All right, so let's take a quick break while I fix this camera for our YouTube watchers. So we'll be back.
We'll be back. Q Boogie Sports Show. Keep it locked.